Can you talk a little bit about the issue of the portrayal of women in Indian cinema and how you've seen this change over time for better or for worse? And do you think that the industry in general is conscious enough of the social impact it has in this respect?
Well, I mean, cinema, we are essentially, we have always been a patriarchal society. We have also had, we've always felt, I'm talking of conventionally, traditionally, that a woman's place is in her home. She is supposed to be, daughter, wife, mother. She has a place. Her kingdom is the home. Her job is to be a dutiful daughter, a faithful wife, a giving mother. This is her job. And if she fulfills those, then she is like a goddess. All right, now this is traditional view. Now, in a situation like this, what happens is, how does this work with equality? When you have put a woman into that kind of situation, what is it that will make her equal to a man, a male? Because if it's a question of equality, what the male has by way of rights should be the rights of the woman as well, which is what the Constitution promises us. If that is the case, then if tradition does this, then you have to get rid of that tradition. But it's very difficult to do that. Now, cinema in India, because you see, in the popular mind, popular view, which is actually always a traditional view, so they accept women in tradition very easily. So it's very easy to put that kind of figure into the cinema and make it acceptable for the audience, because they will automatically accept a person like that, a woman like that. But if that is challenged, then you have problems. Now, one of the things was, in my case, was to constantly challenge that notion from the very beginning. Whether it was Ankur, whether it was Nishant, whether it was Manthan, whether it was Bhumika, whether it was Mandi, look at any one of my films, it's always been that way. Because for me, it's equality that's more important than having, so the traditional view has to go. Because otherwise there will be no equality, there will be no real democracy either. So it's important to do that. And cinema is one of the areas where you should be doing it all the time. It's not, because some people think that you create a kind of a woman, who's a kind of avenging figure. That's not equality. But they always say, oh, this is what establishes women's rights. I think that's utter nonsense, That's not how it is. So the sense of equality has been very, very important to my own view, of life, of our society and so on. It's very important that we recognize this. But it's very difficult to recognize it because we continue to be a very patriarchal system. The world is more or less very patriarchal, but we are particularly so because there's a traditional stamp on it, It's they say this is right, this is how it should be, because historically also it is correct and so on. So you have to keep fighting it all the time.